while helping community cats in the neighborhood, I spotted a new kitty on my doorstep. He was wary, but hunger drove him back to my doorstep time and time again. Though he appreciated the food I left out, he always kept his distance. I knew he needed time to build trust, so I let him set the pace. I continued leaving food for him and decided that he needed a name. Thinking the cat was a girl, I chose the name Phoebe. It took a long time to get him close enough to realize that Phoebe was actually a boy, but by then, the name had already stuck. So, Phoebe kept returning to my door, always darting away whenever I tried to get close. As time went by, Phoebe began to trust me more and more, and the distance between us gradually shortened. Eventually, my patience paid off, and we reached a point where he allowed me to pet him a little bit while he was eating. Then one day, I heard meowing, and when I looked outside, I saw Phoebe peeking through the window. It seemed he finally saw me as a friend, and he was also quite curious about my cat Archer. Before long, he began scaling the window screens to get our attention, and at that time, I knew it was time to try to make him an indoor cat. I prepared a separate room for him to adjust to the house without any disturbances, and then I welcomed him inside. After exploring his new surroundings, he walked up to me, meowing and purring loudly. I knew then that he was saying he liked my house and he agreed to stay. After 2 years of keeping his distance, Phoebe only needed 2 weeks to become a cuddle bug. He would sit in my lap, staring at my face while I worked, and he loved to curl up on my chest. I grew very attached to Phoebe, so when he was offered a wonderful forever home, I was overjoyed, but felt a pang of sadness to say goodbye. As a foster volunteer, I've had many kitty companions who I've had to let go after spending wonderful times with them, and it is never easy, but saying goodbye to Phoebe was the hardest one yet. But it eased my heart to see how much he loved his new mom. I'm glad he felt right at home in his new house. After a long time wandering and searching for food and shelter, he deserves to relax